Hey guys, Shurum here, and today I'm going to be testing the Trion Nemesis at Max Pro in multiplayer in Asphalt 8. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and be sure to check out my Shurum Clips channel as well as my Purple Team Discord. You can find the links to those down in the description, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So, I have not made an Asphalt 8 multiplayer video for around a year or so, ever since I made a few about, I think, the MP425, a couple other cars as well. But you guys may remember, in some video a while back, and I don't remember which one, I said that I wanted to make a video about the Max Pro Trion Nemesis. And this was like 3 or 4 years ago. This was very early on when I had nowhere near enough engines or anything to do so. And also, the Trion Nemesis was nowhere near as good back then as it is now either. But in a recent update to Asphalt 8, the Trion Nemesis actually got a buff, and it is actually pretty good now. It's at a rank of 1860, when the highest ranked cars in the game are at 1862. It goes 315 miles per hour, which is, again, pretty much about as fast as the other cars around this rank go, and overall it is extremely competitive around here. Nitro efficiency is good, the acceleration is quite good, and the drifting is also better actually than some of the cars around this rank, including better than the Bugatti Divo, which is another car that I'm going to be testing very soon, which I think maybe goes like half a mile per hour faster or something like that. It's ever so slightly better than the Trion Nemesis. If you would like to see me playing that, you can find a video about that I made recently for the Festival Kits Cup. But this video is going to be all about the Trion Nemesis. Now, I'm sure some of you have been away from Asphalt 8 for a while, and others of you probably still play it. I know I haven't really played it much at all in a while. I've wanted to play it on stream just to have some fun, take some selfies or whatever, but it doesn't usually seem to work. I don't really know why yet, but it has been working in the past few days. Maybe it'll work again on stream. We'll see. But I just wanted to give a general rundown of how multiplayer works nowadays. It's a lot more like Asphalt 9 multiplayer in some ways, which I'll go over, but I first want to talk about the two different kinds of multiplayer seasons. First of all, you have the Classic Season, which is based around the classes that your cars are in. Now recently, actually, I don't know how recently this is. I keep saying recently. In my mind, that just means like after I quit the game, but that was a while ago. So sometime after I stopped playing regularly, there was an update which basically grouped cars into different classes based on rank brackets. So essentially cars from like one rank to another rank would be in one class, and then after the top rank in D class, for example, would be the lowest car in C class, and so on. It wasn't like that before, but it is like that now. And the Classic multiplayer season basically allows you to use D class cars in the lowest league, and then use C class cars in the next league, and so on up to S class cars in Elite League. Now, Elite League is not as hard to get as it used to be. I actually managed to get to Elite League in my Bugatti Divo, which I will be making a video about soon. But yeah, the Classic Season forces you to use D-Class cars at first. So I'm testing the Trion Nemesis today, and we'll be testing the Divo as well in the Master Season, because this season groups you based on player rating, and it does not place any kind of restrictions whatsoever on the kind of car you can use. Like, you can use a Trion Nemesis or a Bugatti Divo or whatever you want starting out. You could also use a Mustang like I did on stream one time and get absolutely wrecked by all the S-Class cars that you run up against. So yeah. Essentially, if you want to play in lower class cars, you want to go to Classic multiplayer. If you want to play in higher class cars sooner, go to the Master Season multiplayer. Now, a lot of people have been wondering if or when I'm going to return to Asphalt 8, because ever since I announced my departure from the game 2 or 3 years ago, I've come back every so often to either look at a new feature or a new car or something like that. Like I came back and looked at the Showdown mode, and that was a pretty cool knockdown right there, not gonna lie. Don't usually try to do them, but that was just too good of an opportunity to pass up. Reminds me of that time back in the Camaro video where I landed on the Vulcan and did the John Cena meme. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about, but I'm kind of getting off track. About returning to the game, I don't think I'm going to be like returning full-time at any point. I'm not planning to ever like make it a huge part of my channel again. However, what I probably will do is upload occasional Asphalt 8 content. Just when there's something that piques my interest, some car or something like that. Asphalt 9 will still remain my main content, but I am planning to make this video. I'm planning to make the Devo video. If there's any other cars that have gotten like maybe big buffs from when they used to, that I haven't tested before, especially, I would be interested in testing those. Like, for example, I heard the Silver Lightning got a big buff. Well, I do have that Max Pro, so that would be a decent car to make a video out of. Stuff like that. That I probably will space out. Not going to try to upload them all at once. Devo probably pretty soon, but the rest of these maybe somewhat, I don't know. I won't say far in the future, but at least a few Asphalt 9 videos in between them most likely. Kind of how I do with, say, my Forza videos that I upload once every 2 weeks or so. I might do event run videos every so often, like the Bugatti Devo one I just did, if there's a particularly interesting one, or the car is interesting, or I just think I'll be able to do pretty good at it. But I wouldn't expect to see those very often. I mean, the Devo one was pretty much like 2 or 3 years after my last Asphalt 8 event video. Maybe even longer than that. Was it before or after Asphalt 9 came out? Gosh, that's coming up on 4 years. That's insane. Asphalt 9 is 4 years old at this point. Asphalt 8 was only 5 years old when Asphalt 9 came out. I mean, at this rate, we'll be getting Asphalt 10 in a year and learning about it in half a year. But I don't really expect that will happen. I think Asphalt 9 is going to have a longer lifespan. Well, I won't say that. I won't say longer lifespan than Asphalt 8, because Asphalt 8 is technically still going. But I think it will be a longer time during Asphalt 9 before Asphalt 10 comes out, if there is even an Asphalt 10. I mean, there's been some rumors that there won't even be an Asphalt 10. And I guess we'll see about that in a few years. If we don't get one in like 5 years, I think it's pretty sure they're not going to get one. But honestly, I think it's quite likely that we will get another Asphalt game of some kind at some point in the future, even if it's not like Asphalt 10. Maybe they don't want to make another one in the main franchise that's kind of based around the same thing, modern cars or whatever, like they've done in the past on street races. Maybe they'll do some other more themed Asphalt games. I'm not really sure, but as much as I rag on Gameloft for some things, they do make some fun games, and I would be interested to see more from them, especially Asphalt games, possibly even Asphalt 10. Now, one other thing that I probably will not be making videos about in this game is update videos. Some people have asked me about those, but I just don't really keep up with much Asphalt 8 news anymore, so I think there are a lot better places that you can find information about that. So we're coming up toward the end of the final race in the video, and it's time for me to give my general review about this car. The Trion Nemesis is an extremely fun car to drive up here. If you are able to Max Pro it, I would probably recommend it unless you need the parts for something else. Overall, very competitive, lots of fun to drive, and I thoroughly enjoyed making this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, Minecraft, and other games content, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!